All right, let's talk about one of the most popular cars in America, period, the Honda CR-V. Now, for 2026, Honda isn't really shaking things up. And why would they? They're basically just fine-tuning a formula that's already a massive success. So let's dig in and see what this all means for someone like you who might be in the market for one.
Okay, get ready for this number. It's a big one. In 2024 alone, Honda sold over 400,000 CR-Vs just in the US. I mean, think about that for a second. That's like giving one to every single person in a city the size of Cleveland. We're not just talking about a popular car here. For a ton of families, this is the go-to, the default choice, no questions asked.
So when you're selling that many cars, you've got to ask yourself, right? Why on earth would you change a winning formula? Well, for 2026, Honda's answer is pretty simple. They're not going to. The game here isn't about reinvention. It's all about refinement.
And that really gets to the heart of why the CR-V is such a powerhouse. It's this perfectly crafted formula, right? It's built on a foundation of value, trust, and really just a deep, deep understanding of what people actually need day in and day out. You know, this quote here really nails it. The two words that jump out are safest and familiar. Think about it. In a market that's just flooded with crazy, flashy designs, the CR-V offers something that a lot of us value way more, just plain old peace of mind.
And of course, a huge piece of that puzzle is the price. So you can see here, the CR-V kicks off at just under $31,000. Now, is that a little more than some rivals, like a base RAV4? Yeah, it is. But Honda is basically making a bet. They're betting you'll happily pay a little extra for that legendary Honda reliability and comfort. Okay, so if they're not messing with the main formula, what's actually new for 2026? Well, the updates are pretty subtle, but they're all focused on one thing: making your daily drive just a little bit smoother, a little bit better. So on the outside, yeah, you'll spot some tweak styling, some new wheel designs, but the real changes, they're on the inside. Every single CR-V now gets a 9-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That's a big deal. And the all-wheel drive system, they've updated it for better traction at low speeds, which is a fantastic little touch for those icy, snowy mornings. And that right there tells you everything you need to know about Honda's philosophy. They get it. You spend almost all your time inside the car, right? Not just staring at it in the driveway. So that's exactly where they put their effort, on the tech, the comfort, the stuff you're going to use every single day. And this whole focus on a comfortable, user-friendly interior, it carries right over to how the thing actually drives. Look, the CR-V is not trying to be a race car. It's just not. It's designed to be a calm, confident, and totally stress-free way to get wherever you're going. So, under the hood, we're talking about 190 horsepower. What does a number like that actually mean for you on the road? Well, you're not going to be winning any drag races, that's for sure. But what you do get is more than enough oomph to merge onto a busy highway or get around a slow truck without breaking a sweat. It's just competent, confident. And if you go for the all-wheel drive, you get a solid 8.2 inches of ground clearance. That's your ticket to confidence when you have to deal with a snowy commute or maybe a muddy dirt road on the way to a trailhead. You're not going to be worried about getting hung up on anything. How about towing? Well, the CR-V can handle up to 1,500 pounds. Now, let's be real, you're not hauling a giant boat with that. But for grabbing a small trailer for a weekend project from the home improvement store or a trip to the garden center, absolutely perfect. So when we say a calm and confident drive, what are we really talking about? It's things like a suspension that just eats up bumps and potholes for breakfast. It's steering that feels light, easy, and totally predictable. The whole point of the CR-V is to make your commute less stressful, not necessarily more exciting. And the best part? You're not taking a huge hit at the gas pump for that smooth ride. The front-wheel drive version gets you around 30 miles per gallon combined. And get this, adding all-wheel drive only drops that by about 1 mpg. That is a tiny price to pay for that extra grip and peace of mind. Okay, but if you ask me, the place where the CR-V truly, truly shines is the cabin. It is just such a thoughtfully designed space built to handle all the craziness of daily life. I mean, let's just start with the raw space. You fold down those back seats and you open up over 76 cubic feet of room. That's just massive. That's swallow a new big screen TV big, or pack everything for a family camping trip and then some big.
But it's really the little details that make all the difference. The seats are at that perfect height, super easy to slide in and out of. There's tons of legroom for everybody, front and back. The storage bins are absolutely huge. And this is a big one for me, Honda kept actual physical buttons and knobs for the important stuff. It just makes the whole thing so much easier to use while you're driving. All right, let's bring it all together. What's the final verdict on the 2026 Honda CR-V? Who is this SUV actually built for? This chart here does a great job of laying it all out, what the CR-V is versus what it isn't. It is incredibly spacious, super comfortable, efficient, and reliable. It isn't trying to be some flashy, high-performance SUV or a hardcore off-roader. It's a smart, practical tool for modern life, and honestly, it's proud of it. And that right there is the secret sauce to the CR-V's incredible success. It knows exactly who it's for. This is a vehicle built for the real world, for school runs, grocery trips, and family road trips, not for some off-road fantasy you see in a commercial. So I'll leave you with this final thought. In a world that's always screaming for our attention with the biggest, boldest, and flashiest new thing, is it possible that the smartest choice you can make is actually the one that doesn't need to shout, the one that is just quietly confident?